Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Gators will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Simmons unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Give to the left, it's Hardy. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Oh, they're after him! Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Smashes through the tackle. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Running inside. It's Pryor. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Jones to throw. Got a man. It's ball. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
The run inside. It's Roberts. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Jones wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Handoff for Ball. There's a crease. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Looking for a crease. It's Montgomery. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance. And this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Jones to throw. Floating away. He's going to take off. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Pulls and fires complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in fourth and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need one more yard. They'll try to run with Ball. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's fourth and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They get the completion, but it won't be nearly enough as the defense is there to stop him short.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting a hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because
might have a chance. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Simmons to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jones wants to throw it. Sets up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Firing to the right, complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Trying to run, it's Montgomery. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pulls it on the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to Hardy. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Pulls it in. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Throwing Simmons. Going for the big play. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the screen. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Marshall, taking on the number 23 team, the James Madison Dukes.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
And it's the Herd coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Jones to throw. Makes a catch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll give it to Ball. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Jones wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Simmons. Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
From the gun, give to Hardy. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Going over the top. Makes a deep grab. How about that elusiveness? He smashes his way through again. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Going to the run, it's Roberts. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Got it. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Jones to throw. Under fire. And they got him.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Hardy. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Missouri! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Might be changing the route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hauls it in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back.
Here's a little room there. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a... He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's a give to Hardy. Taking it the other way. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too.
Max going for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Here's Simmons to throw. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Jones wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Open. Makes the grab in their space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his 2nd catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
He's got it. He'll have enough for the first down, gets out of bounds, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Makes the grab. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, and it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And, guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Let's go.